Let's go, then. Oh, yeah, this would be the best game to speedrun. Set it to skip unread text and just scroll down for the entire game. Heart's pounding in my chest. Keeps me thinking about my condition. Now you're going to die. R.I.P. Hisao again. Wutao opens the door, and there's a picture of him on the back wall. Get a grip. Oh my god, it's full of anime! They all look like normal, like students. Just not obvious. One of the girls seems to be missing the thumb off her right hand. It's jarring. Natural tendency to listen when someone's talking about you. Tune out a teacher's speech. While the camera slowly pans over to people with slightly more obvious problems who were hidden conveniently off screen. Flash of dark hair and see that someone is looking at me. Girl with really long, straight hair. She's pretty eye-catching. She sees me looking back at her. She covers her face with her hands as if it would make her invisible. There's one boy with a cane leaning against the lockers at the rear of the class. I have a cane and I'm not very old. Sign language? She's kind of cute. So is the cheer-looking girl with pink hair sitting next. Pink hair? Really? Pink hair? Please welcome our newest classmate. Claps his hands so does everyone else except for the girl in the first row who only had one hand. Well, I'm Hisao Nakai. My hobbies are reading and soccer. Hope to get along with everyone even though I'm a new student and still have all of my limbs. I hope you can accept me into your coven. I should say something more exciting, but I say nothing. Everyone seems satisfied with what I said. A few girls are whispering to each other. Teacher drones about getting along. Get my eyes sweep across. Hisao, you're really creepy. You're just like staring at everybody. Everyone seems to be listening to him intently. They clap their hands, which is a weird thing to do, especially because this girl with one hand who can't do it. I don't know why, but that sounds like a really strange image. I'm just going to smack my amputated arm. It makes me feel a little bad. Really. We'll be doing some group work today. Give you a chance to talk with everyone. I don't want to talk to anyone. Hakamichi. That's a long name. And who else would be able to explain it better? I don't know. I just got here. We'll be working in groups of 3. I don't know who Hakamichi is. Hakamichi is right there. Shizune. Oh, of course. Pink-haired anime girl. Her eyes are really creepy and unnatural. Your pupils are not supposed to be colored. Do you just have like gold like coins for eyes? That sounds like something out of a horror game. Ha ha ha, don't laugh at me. It's nice to meet you. I'm Misha. This is Hakamichi. Shi-chan. Misha points to the girl next to her, the one using sign language. She looks like she's been staring at me the whole time. She nods once nonchalantly to show that she acknowledges my presence. She's short, yet carefully and neatly brushed hair, a pair of oval-shaped glasses. Okay, I can see this, except for the dainty nose. None of the people in this world have noses, apparently. They seem to alternate every few seconds between analytical and bored. That's really weird. Shizune's deaf. I think that's obvious. I start to wonder if the teacher was messing with me. You should be able to talk with people, and now I'm going to assign you to the deaf girl. I think our teacher is a bit of a jerk. Shi-chan is deaf. I'm the person who translates. I'm like an interpreter. You're the new student. Well, Shi-chan, of course he is. If he wasn't, he wouldn't have been standing up there for no reason. Well, it's not like she could actually, hear and understand what was going on. Hi-chan. Did I just say it out loud? I've never liked that nickname. It fits. You look just like I imagined. What do you mean, imagined? You didn't know any of these people before, so how could she have imagined? I don't know how this is going. Anime is weird. They gesture back and forth. Their hands a blur. She's the class rep, so if there's anything you need to know, feel free to ask her, except that she won't actually be able to hear you. Familiarize yourself with it. I just came right to class. Well, it's not terribly confusing. I'm a character named Hisao. I'm at a school for disabled people. This short, purple-haired lady is the class representative, except she's deaf, so this is her interpreter. And they're both acting really weird because they're anime girls, and that's just what they do. Let's try to learn as much as you can about where you are. Even if it's a trip to the convenience store. Didn't care enough to do so, even if I've committed myself to go along with it half-assedly, but anyway. I don't say anything, and Misha sentence in a shrug. What was it? I'm slumping over in my seat. They're both smiling, but the shrug hit me deeply. I hate when people are afraid to ask personal questions. That's how people learn things. God, she's so anime! It hurts me right in my heart. No pun intended. Just call her Shi-chan. She can't tell. The woofin' only oven donkey. Maybe that's too casual. Maybe Shizune would be more appropriate. Shizune is fine. Why? How could she tell? She can't actually hear. It doesn't matter what you call her. I don't want to seem insensitive, but I'm just being practical. You can call her whatever you want as long as you agree that that term means her. I don't think she minds. Seems that, just less so. Oh, right, we haven't even touched the assignment. We should start work now, or Shi-chan will get mad. What's the assignment? What's the assignment? Very challenging, being difficult and unnecessarily long. Like this game! We finished a few minutes earlier than everyone else in the class because we are obviously the most perfect cherry blossoms in a field of flowers. Despite our late start, of course they're really capable. They're anime girls. To be honest, the two of them did most of the work. So at the end of the period, time for lunch. I follow Misha, who's beckoning me into the hallway, and down the stairs as I look at a picture of a ramp. That looks like the cafeteria in my high school. It's the cafeteria. Really? I didn't know that. Thank you, Misha. Many of them are to accommodate students who need special diets. Scientific precision. Pick something at random and follow Shizune to the table. Misha pokes me in the side to get my attention and points at Shizune. I don't understand the signs, so the point escapes me. Maybe looking at the person who talks to you is proper? Do you want to know something? About anything! We're guides, so you should ask if there is something. What about the library? Is there a library in the school? I've gotten into reading a lot. She doesn't consider reading a healthy hobby. So, negative relationship points with Misha? Thank you. Very animatedly throwing sideways glances at me. That's kind of rude. Honestly, I would feel kind of insulted if I had two people speaking very obviously about me in front of me in a language that I could not understand. Secret girl stuff or something. Okay. Conversation and silence is not enough to fill in the silence. Transition! Slumped over her desk in the last row. The elegance of a rhino. I like that phrasing. That's fun. She sinks deeper into her seat. I can feel her tension all the way from here, as if she were slowly turning to stone just from our presence. Misha and Shizune either don't notice or don't mind. They walk directly past her, wondering about her, even the students, and finally the teacher. Getting into the rhythm of school feels strange. My brain remembers how this is done, but my body doesn't. So at the end of the class, I start yawning and counting minutes. Maybe it's a long time spent in the hospital. I'm feeling physically weak and lifeless. Oh, blue, blue, blue. I'm so sad. I am Hisao in my cushy hospital school. My life is so hard. Can't stay to show you around, T-chan. We've got to hurry. There's a lot of work for us to do. Teacher said I have to see the nurse. We can only show you where the nurse is. There's a lot of nurses if they have their own building. Girls pointing at the senior classrooms in the same hallway as ours. Smaller building right next to the school. Same style, so it looks like it's part of the main building. This is the auxiliary building. You don't say. There's a lot of official and important stuff inside, like Yamaku Foundation Office and the Nerfus Office. Nerfus Office. They even have a swimming pool. It's for physical therapy. The nursing staff facilities are in there on the first floor. You'll be fine from here. Okay, bye. See you tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be a quick visit. Green cross with head nurse and a nameplate. I can't quite make it out, since it felt like an invitation to open the door. But then you open it and it was, please don't come in. And she is hiding a body. Plot twist. The room is not large and it smells strange. His desk is neat and tidy, but the bin under the table is overflowing with used medical utensils. That's unsanitary at best and dangerous at worst. So, he was called rugged, but he looks exceptionally smooth and kawaii. Are you the nurse? He smiles. Yes, I am. It says so on the door. You can just call me by name or call me the nurse. His handshake is rather firm and friendly. I'm a new student. Homeroom teacher said, hi, I'm Hisao Nakai. Snapping fingers. You're that, Nakai. I was just reading your file. Chronic arrhythmia and congenital heart muscle deficiency. Good, you've probably been briefed about the school, so I'll go over this. All kinds of facilities. This is really boring conversation. I don't need to know any of this. You are a hospital school. This has been established. This is like a hospital in the hospital school. We don't do brain surgery. So many medical people at a school is weird, but you'll get used to it. I'm not sure myself, but I don't let the nurse know it. Continue my file. While he searches for something, his computer, stacks of papers. It's the epitome of generic. Beige walls, ceiling, dark gray floor, all the equipment you'd expect from a nurse's office. Even the ridiculous educational posters are on all four walls. Eat. It's all the food groups. I'm glad that school is being nutritionally conscious. You already have medication for arrhythmia. Just take your pills, and take your pills or they won't do anything. Wow, I really wish my pills would function if they just sat on my shelf. That would be helpful. Apart from that, do you do any sports? Like boxing? Well, you know, cardiac arrhythmia kind of precludes sports. Do not play soccer with cardiac arrhythmia. Risking another heart attack is not a good idea. This guy really likes to state the obvious. There's no mention of a cause. He glances over his papers with more serious expression. How is he reading the papers? His eyes are closed. Can anyone answer that question for me? Is that a plot twist? I know that this game has a lot of like twists and sad turns. Is the nurse a psychic? I knew it! I knew the nurse was psychic. Oh, I'm so good at video games. Keep your body healthy, so exercise would do you good. We have physical therapy as such available, as I said, but you don't really need it. Just some light exercise. Jogging, jump rope, swimming. So I was told. You were very good. At any rate, I'm sure you've been told this before. Take care not to overexert yourself. Oh, that's my door knocking. I will mute moment.